When was the last time you truly felt healthy? Not just okay, not just getting through another day, but genuinely healthy, full of energy, clear in your mind, strong in your body. If you had to stop and think about that question, then this message is for you. There is something surprising that many people never talk about. On average, men live several years less than women. Those lost years are not small. They are years with your family, years with your children and grandchildren, years that could have been spent traveling, laughing, and enjoying life. Many people believe they know why this happens. They think men simply take more risks or make worse choices. But after years of studying health and human behavior, one thing becomes very clear. The biggest dangers are usually not dramatic. They are quiet. They are ordinary habits that slowly become part of daily life. Most men never notice the damage until much later. Today we are going to look at 5 habits that slowly steal years from men's lives. And the most surprising part? The habit most people blame first is only number 5. Many people expect alcohol to be at the top of the list. It isn't. There are habits that may be doing even more harm. So stay until the end, because the number 1 habit is something millions of men do every single day without thinking twice about it. Let's begin with number 5, alcohol. Before you say, "I've heard this all before," stay with me for a moment. The real problem is not always what people think. Many health experts estimate that alcohol can shorten a man's life by several years on average. For some people, that number may sound small, but averages can hide the real story. For men who drink heavily on weekends or regularly have several drinks in one evening, the impact can become much larger. The body can only process alcohol at a certain speed. When alcohol enters faster than the body can handle it, the liver starts working overtime. Over time, this extra pressure can lead to inflammation and damage inside the liver. Fat can begin building up where it does not belong. The body becomes less efficient at repairing itself. This becomes even more important after the age of 40. As we get older, the body takes longer to recover. The same amount of alcohol that felt harmless in your 20s may affect your body very differently in your 50s or 60s. And alcohol does not only affect the liver. Many men notice poor sleep after drinking but never connect the two. Others experience rising blood pressure, lower energy, more stress, or changes in mood without realizing alcohol may be playing a role. Sometimes a person simply feels tired, slow, or not quite like himself. The cause can remain hidden for years. This does not mean you must never enjoy a drink again. This is not about perfection. It is about awareness. Small changes often create the biggest results. Giving your body a few alcohol-free days each week can help. Drinking more slowly can help. Giving your body time to recover after heavier drinking can help. Simple choices matter more than most people realize. Your body notices every one of them. Alcohol is only number 5. The next habit causes even more damage, and many men live with it every single day without knowing what it is doing to their bodies. Number 4 is something many men carry every day without even realizing how much damage it causes. Stress. Not the normal stress that comes and goes. Not the pressure before an important meeting or a busy week. This is the kind of stress that never seems to leave. The kind that follows you to work, follows you home, follows you to bed, and wakes up with you the next morning. Long-term stress is far more dangerous than most people think. Many studies have shown that living under constant pressure can shorten a person's life by several years. But the number alone does not explain what is happening inside the body. When stress becomes part of everyday life, your body stays in survival mode. It keeps preparing for danger even when no danger is there. Stress hormones remain high. At first, this response can help you. It can improve focus and help you react quickly. But when stress stays for months or years, the same system begins to work against you. The immune system becomes weaker. Blood pressure slowly rises. Blood sugar becomes harder to control. The heart works harder than it should. Even sleep begins to suffer. Many men spend 8 hours in bed but still wake up feeling exhausted. The body was present, the rest was not. Think of your body like an engine. Stress is like running that engine all day without giving it time to cool down. It may keep working for a while, but eventually the wear and tear begin to show. The hardest part is that many men have been taught to stay quiet about stress, to push through it, to handle it alone, to carry the weight without asking for help. So the pressure keeps building. Not all at once, slowly, silently, year after year. But there is good news. Your body starts healing the moment stress begins to fall. You do not need to fix every problem overnight. Small actions matter. A walk outside, a real conversation with someone you trust, spending time doing something you enjoy, even a few quiet moments during a busy day can make a difference. These things are not a waste of time. They are investments in your health. Your body wants to recover. Sometimes it simply needs permission. Stress is only number 4. The next habit may surprise you even more, because it often hides in plain sight. Number 3 is social isolation, and it can be much more dangerous than most people realize. For many men, it happens so slowly they never notice it. In your younger years, friendships often happen naturally. School friends, work friends, sports teams, weekend gatherings. Life feels full of people. Then life changes. Work becomes busier. Family responsibilities grow. Schedules become packed. Phone calls become less common. Messages stop coming. People move away. Years pass. And one day, many men look around and realize their circle has become very small. Sometimes only 1 or 2 close relationships remain. Sometimes none at all. The human body was never designed for complete isolation. We are built for connection. We need conversation. We need support. We need people who know us and understand us. Research has shown that loneliness can increase the risk of early death by an amount similar to some well-known health dangers. That is how powerful connection really is. The difficult part is that loneliness does not leave visible signs. You cannot see it on a blood test. You cannot measure it with a thermometer, but the body feels it. Stress levels rise, inflammation increases, the immune system becomes weaker, healthy habits slowly disappear, exercise becomes less common, meals become less healthy, doctor visits get delayed. The effects add up over time, and social isolation does not always mean living alone. A person can be surrounded by people and still feel completely disconnected. Real connection is different. It means having someone you can talk to honestly, someone who knows what you are carrying, someone who listens without judgment. The good news is that even small steps can make a huge difference. Call an old friend, meet someone for coffee, join a group, become part of a community, reconnect with people you care about. The goal is not to have hundreds of friends. The goal is to have real connections, because strong relationships do more than improve happiness. They help people live longer. The final 2 habits are even more powerful. One of them affects millions of men every single night, and many have no idea what it is costing them. Sleep. For some reason, sleep is often treated like a luxury, something extra, something you can borrow from when life gets busy. Many men stay up a little later to finish work, watch another episode, scroll through their phones, wake up early the next morning, and tell themselves they are doing just fine. But the body tells a different story. Sleep is not just rest. It is repair time. It is when the brain clears waste. It is when muscles recover. It is when hormones reset and the immune system gets stronger. When sleep becomes shorter and shorter, the body loses its chance to repair itself properly. The heart works harder. Blood pressure slowly climbs. Blood sugar becomes harder to control. The body's defense system becomes weaker. Even one night of poor sleep can affect concentration, energy, and mood the next day. But the bigger problem is not one bad night. It is years of bad nights. That is where the real damage begins. Many studies have shown that men who regularly sleep too little face a much higher risk of serious health problems later in life. The scary part is that most people get used to being tired. They adjust to it. They accept it as normal. They say things like, "I'm fine," or "I've always been this way." Meanwhile, the body is working harder every day just to keep up. The good news is that sleep is one of the fastest things you can improve. Sometimes just a few nights of good sleep can make a noticeable difference. Energy improves. Focus becomes sharper. Mood becomes more stable. The body starts feeling younger again. If you want better sleep, start simple. Go to bed at the same time each night. Keep your bedroom cool and dark. Put your phone away before bed. Avoid caffeine late in the day. Small habits repeated consistently create powerful results. Never think of sleep as wasted time. Sleep is the time your body spends protecting your future. And now we come to number 1, the habit that surprises almost everyone. It is not alcohol. It is not stress. It is not loneliness. It is not even poor sleep. It is sitting, simply sitting for too long. At first, that sounds impossible. How can something so normal be so dangerous? That is exactly why it catches so many people off guard. Modern life has made sitting almost unavoidable. We sit while driving. We sit while working. We sit while eating. We sit while watching television. Some people spend most of their waking hours in a chair without even noticing it. The body was never designed for that. Movement is not optional for the human body. It is a requirement. When you sit for long periods, the large muscles in your legs become less active. Blood flow slows down. The body burns fewer calories. The metabolism begins to slow. Blood sugar becomes harder to manage. Inflammation starts to rise. Over time, the risk of serious diseases begins to increase. Even the brain feels the effects. Many people notice that after sitting for hours, they feel tired, slow, and mentally foggy. The body was made to move. When movement disappears, health slowly follows. But here is the important part. You do not need a gym membership. You do not need expensive equipment. You do not need to become an athlete. You simply need to move more often. Stand up every 30 minutes. Walk around for a few minutes. Take phone calls while standing. Walk after meals. Use the stairs when possible. Park a little farther away. Find small ways to add movement back into your day. The body responds almost immediately. Every step matters. Every movement counts. Small actions repeated every day become powerful over time. When you look at these 5 habits together, one truth becomes very clear. Health is rarely lost in one big moment. Most people do not wake up one day suddenly unhealthy. It happens slowly, one small choice at a time, one habit repeated over months and years. That is the bad news. But it is also the good news. Because if small habits can slowly take health away, small habits can also bring it back. A few less drinks, less stress, more connection, better sleep, more movement. None of these changes need to happen overnight. You do not need perfection. You only need progress. Because the choices you make today are quietly building the life you will live tomorrow. And the best time to start protecting those years is not next month, not next year. It is today.